Hello friends, I am Durgesh Sahani and here we are with new series of video tutorials on super global variables in PHP. Super global variables are nothing but the normal built-in functions that are used to access the values from one form to another form. As we know that HTTP protocol is stateless protocol which doesn't maintain the states. So if we have some values into the first form and we want to access this value onto the second form or third form, so easily we cannot access. So for that we are using super global variables. So we are going to learn listed super global variables one by one. So as we know, form has two methods. First one is get and second one is post. So default one is get. So when the method is get, and on that time if you want to access the form values, so we are using $_get. For post, same, if the method is post underscore $_post, we are using for accessing those values. $_request is used to access both values, get method or post method. We can access both the values. Then server, if you want to access information related to the servers, so with the help of $_server we can access it. Then cookies, sessions, we are going to learn each one by one for different videos. So let's start. So here I'm going to delete these things, and before that I have a XAMPP control panel here. I have XAMPP installed here, and Apache service is running. So what you need to do, just whatever you are using, XAMPP, LAMP or WAMP, just start your Apache web service. So okay, let's start. PHP, and I have saved this file to my location, and see what first we will see $global. So what global is actually? So suppose there is one variable $num, and $num is equal to, we have assigned some values 10, and easily echo $num. If we write this syntax, and when we are going to run this program, it will show us 10. It's very easy. But suppose we have one function name, you can say global, and here we have, and if we are writing this statement inside this function, okay, and before that just call this function name is global we are calling this function. Let's see what happened. See, function global, okay, what we are unexpected global, okay, undefined variable num. Actually what we are doing, we were using global, and global is a keyword, so we cannot use global directly like this. So that's why we were getting the error. So just rename your function name. As we know that any variable or any we cannot use variable name or a function name which is already present into the PHP library, so we have to use anything else. So I'm using globals, and globals function, whenever you will call this function you will get an error, undefined variable num. As we know that num is already defined here, then also we are getting error because of scopes of variables. So as it is out of the scope for this function, so we cannot access this variable inside this function. So what we need to do for that, for this purpose, we have one super global variable called globals, and globals accept one parameter called variable name. See, if you try to print this one, so there will not any error. So as we are getting the value of this variable, we are getting the value of this variable. So with the help of dollar globals, we can access any variable anywhere in the current program, current file. So this is the function, you can say this is the definition of globals, which accept one parameter. It is an array, and in the first row you have to pass the variable name like num. So suppose we have one more variable here, dollar num, same name. If I have used the same name, dollar num, and here I'm doing here, I'm changing the value of second variable. So here, if again we are printing this variable, right, num, so again it will show only 10. As we have changed the value of num variable, then also it will print 10 only. Let's see, I have refreshed this web page and we are getting the 10 only. So because it every time global variable, what global super global variables is does, it access the first values which was declared outside the scope. If you want to access this variable, just simply you have to use echo dollar num, and if you print this statement, what I'm going to do, uh, let's use br tag and just print now. See what you are getting, 20. So as you can see here, if you want to access the global variable, you have to use dollar globals, super global variables, to access this variable. But if it is inside it is within the scope. As we know that the function has its scope from this curly bracket to this curly bracket. Inside this, any variable if you declare, which can be accessible only inside this these functions only, right? So for that, PHP has provided these super global variables. So this is a very simple examples. We can perform some operations, and suppose I have declared one variable here and I want to inside the function like num. So we are getting confused little bit, so I'm going to change this variable name. Suppose I'm writing this variable name add, okay, and add is equal to nothing, or simple just use square. This is the variable, square is equal to nothing, is equal to 0, either we can assign 0. And here what we are going to do, here I am writing dollar square is equal to this value multiplied by the same value, okay, any number multiplied by with it, so it will calculate the square. So here we have square, but outside this, just remove this line, okay. So what I want to do, or no need to declare the variable also. So and we will, what we will do, we will return this value, or don't return, it will calculate, okay. Whenever I'm calling this function, it will go inside and it will calculate the square. But it's, as we know that this square variable has scopes from here to here only. I cannot, if I'll try to access this variable here, so outside the function like this square, so it will show me an error like the variable I want to access is not defined, undefined variables square, okay. But I want to access this variable outside this function. So what we need to do is just previous, like the same, we have to use here this one, and the function variable name will become the first parameter of this super global variables. See, now try to print this variable again, square. Oh sorry, what we have to do here, actually we want to make a super global variable, so we need to do same like this, okay. Done, we are done. Now if you print it, it will show you the correct value, it will not show any error. So here you can write like uh, square is like this, and here concatenation operator. So here if I'm writing 2, it will show me 4, and see, we are getting square is 4. So if you want to create a scope, we have created, as previously I was created a simple variable, so it was not accessible outside the function by global variables also. But when I have created the super global variable inside this function, so I can easily access this outside this function. So this is a very simple example of dollar globals, super global variables. So I hope you understand this concept and may apply your applications whenever you require such kind of things. So thank you very much guys for watching, and if you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.